Today I'm going to reveal something I'm not sure I want a lot of people to know, but I think I like a TAG Heuer. Let's get into it! Yes, and welcome to the Mad Watch Collector Show. Would you believe it? I'm going to talk about a TAG Heuer. This brand has never really been on my radar. Over the past 30-40 years, this brand has tried to market themselves with motor racing. Now, for those of you that don't know, TAG Heuer weren't always called TAG Heuer. No, they were in fact called Heuer. This was a huge Swiss watch house with a hell of a lot of reputation, making absolutely stunning watches that us watch enthusiasts would lap up. But in the mid-80s, Heuer was struggling and were eventually bought by a company called Techniques d'Avant-Garde. And the acronym for that is TAG. Now, they were just a private holding company based in Luxembourg. Saw a good deal and obviously wanted to make a few bucks out of this historic brand Heuer. Now, through the late 80s and the 90s, Heuer changed from being a watch enthusiasts brand to being an aspiring Swiss luxury brand for those with more money than sense. And the majority of their designs were pig ugly. And let's not mention about the fact in recent times TAG were claiming that some of their movements were in-house when in actual fact they were just modded. However, over the past 2, 3, 4 years, TAG Heuer seem to be getting it right. Not only are they reissuing the great watches Heuer did in the past, but they are starting to nail the sizes of these watches. And today's watch is a perfect example. Now, this show is sponsored by our good friends at BQ Watches. Simply put, the best place to sell or buy pre-owned luxury watches around the world. With a 2-year warranty, 14-day money-back guarantee, and being #1 on Trustpilot, not to mention being recommended by the MWC, there really is no better place to go in 2025 than BQ. Get on their website, you'll find today's watch and a whole host of fabulous luxury watches at very competitive prices you and I will absolutely love. Anyway, let's show you today's watch, tell you why I love it, give you my wife's thoughts at the end, and let's take a trip down TAG Heuer Lane. I know. Are you TAG Heuer ready? Let's go. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the TAG Heuer Skipper. Yes, this watch is based on a 1968 Heuer that was inspired by the America's Cup winning yacht, the Intrepid. Notice the decking colour. Apart from a few minor changes, this watch is very true to the original. Amazingly, that original was only 35mm. It's bigger, but restrained bigger, you know? If you've been following the show lately, you know that I'm a bit of a fan at the minute of chronographs. And these retro racing chronographs I haven't yet tapped into yet. And even though we got a few bold colours here, I think it works so well. And I'm very impressed with how it all marries together. And talking of impressed, this is the first time I've ever had a glass box Carrera in my hands. The first ones came out in 2023 and were a big hit at Watches and Wonders. It basically gives the look that the bulging glass has gone over the bezel, which can make watches a little bit bigger on the wrist, but I think this is gonna look fantastic. I love the drop down angled lugs, great facets to them, angled polishing on the front of the lugs, and then we have brushing on the sides of the case, an awesome unprotected crown at 3 o'clock, and 2 piston pushers at the 2 and the 4. This is an awesome 60s looking watch, and I can see why TAG Heuer have brought this back. First impressions, what do you know? I like TAG Heuer. Quick spec check. So 39mm case, yes. 46mm lug to lug, yes. 20mm lug width, yeah. And 13.9mm thick. Ooh. Yes, it's a little bit thick, but that is because we have this bulging dome sapphire glass. I have not seen dome like that in a long time. Without it, I'm pretty sure we're talking an 11mm thickness watch. It's not going to look too thick on the wrist. The crown at 3 o'clock is not screw in, neither are the pushers. We have a screw down exhibition case back, which gives this watch 100 meters of water resistance. The case back is very nice. I'm not sure we need a display as it's not highly decorated. The rotor's quite nice, but a closed steel case back would have been my choice. When it comes to the strap, well, it's like, it looks inspired by sailing, like a strap you would pull on a yacht. It's fabric on the top and leather on the inside. Not brilliant if it took a splash or two in the sea, and it is a little bit stiff at the top. Not so much at the end, but that's where the bend is. So it could look big if you need to tighten this strap a lot. What I would say is though, the clasp, very nice, very well made, easy to adjust. Okay, let's look at the face.
Dial time.
And this is its selling point, isn't it? I am really impressed with it, I've got to be honest. So the domed crystal goes over an hour and minute printed marker track, and then it slopes down what looks like a sandwich dial. I don't think it is. It's what TAG calls Carrera Blue. It has a very subtle sunburst to it. I really do like the colour. The sub-dials are the star of the show though. They are framed in polished stainless steel, and I really do like that. We've got an hour sub-dial register on the left and a minute register on the right. The dark green, the teal and the red, it's to do with regatta time. Whatever it is, it's very cool looking. The polished applied markers definitely elevate the dressiness of this watch, but the overall dial still looks quite tooly. I really do like the handset with the orange tips on the end. It's a slight difference to the original. Obviously we didn't have TAG Heuer back in the 60s, so it's a little bit messy having the Carrera and the TAG Heuer together. What gets a little bit lost is the second sub-dial at 6 o'clock. That was never on the original, and you know, I don't mind the date window. It's not too big, it doesn't look like it's an afterthought. I do quite like it. Overall, a beautiful dial that looks dressy and tooly at the same time, with colours you never thought would actually go together, but they do. Well done, TAG Heuer.
Could you just click that like button, please? It really helps the channel. Thank you.
So we've got lume on the hands, and that's it. This is not going to be very glowy. Out of 10, let's see how it does. So yeah, pretty rubbish if you're looking for lume on a watch.
What, does it never get dark on a boat?
So powering this watch is an in-house TH20.06. 28,800 beats per hour, nice smooth sweep, and 80 hours of power reserve, if you like that kind of thing. The watch winds lovely, nice and smooth. Pull the watch out to the first position, and we can set the date. Pull it out to the last position, and we can set the time. Moving the hands is nice and smooth. Good purchase to the crown. Push it back in, Bob's your uncle. When it comes to activating the chronograph, oh, that's a good snap. Not the best, but still very good. Stop, reset. Yeah, this is definitely a mechanical watch. And I've got to admit, I do like seeing that red chronograph hand going around the dial.
Hello.
On my 6.5-inch wrist and MWCs, I think I want a TAG Heuer.
You what?
I know. This is pretty darn sweet. The proportions are perfect. Doesn't look big on the wrist. Doesn't look thick on the wrist. This one's singing to me, people. Outside, well, the colours pop even more. I'm not sure how much comfort I'm going to get with this strap, if I'm being honest. As I said, it doesn't really bulge out to start with from the case. And if it were me, I would probably get it on some sort of racing tropic FKM rubber strap. But I've got a good fit anyway. Marvellous. So there we go, the reissue of the TAG Heuer Skipper. What do you think? Honestly, I think TAG nailed the design. There has been little changes to it, different to the original. The only thing I don't love is the Carrera and TAG Heuer logos squashed next to each other. The original just had Heuer. It would have been cool if they did that. However, this is in the new Carrera glass box lineup, so it makes sense to have Carrera on the dial. You just don't need TAG Heuer. There is a bit of lume lacking. To me, this feels like a sports watch. Well, it is. You're supposed to yacht with it.
That's a sport, isn't it?
Do we need a second-hand sub-dial at 6 o'clock? That's an argument we can have in the comments section below. But overall, I think this is a winner. What isn't a winner for me is probably the price. Now, brand new, these are around £6,500. Now, I don't see TAG Heuer as a £6,500 watch brand. To me, they're sort of the entry-level Swiss luxury. In my head, they're sort of on the same level as Longy, but coming from a more sportier their place. Now, TAG Heuer is never a brand you ever buy brand new, because the second you take it out the shop, it will significantly fall down in price. Even this phenomenal watch that you could not get when it was released, on the BQ website right now, it's £4,450. A £2,000 saving on a watch that to me looks brand new. I mean, we still have the stickers on the clasp. That's more palatable for me. It's still a hell of a lot of money. And if I'm totally honest, there are a lot of other watches out there I would want more than this Skipper. Has it changed my mind on the brand? It's starting to, you know.
You what?
I know. Here it is, my wife's thoughts on the TAG Heuer Skipper reissue. You know what? I don't actually mind this. The colours are bright, but they're not in your face. I'm not a massive fan of the strap, but the overall look, this is quite nice. Well, there you go, people. If she likes the TAG Heuer, I've got to like the TAG Heuer now, haven't I? My neck. Wait until I tell her the price. Thank you so much to BQ for sending this watch in. It'll be sent out straight away. It's on the website right now. Thank you so much for watching till the end. If you want to show a bit more support to the Mad Watch Collector channel, we've got a Patreon page now in the description below. Behind the scenes content, see the shows before anyone else, get a monthly blooper reel, and get your name credited at the end, as these lovely people have done. Look at them. But if I've got you for a few more minutes, and I hope I do, it's very hot in here, check this one out. This is superb. You'll love this. Go on, click it. Can't believe I like TAG Heuer now. What's happening to me? Click it. Click it.